Hey guys, Edward RC here. So these are the 4 new models that WPL have just launched, and in this video I'm going to explain to you the differences, the features and the improvements that have been made on the D series chassis. And I'm going to make this video quick because I'm feeling sick now, having to work till 3 AM every night to get all this year-end release done for you guys. And before we start, if you have not subscribed, smash the subscribe button and turn on the notification as well. I'm going to tell you the general information first before we dive deep into each model. So this is the D62, this is the D62-1, D64 and D64-1, and to not get confused, let's categorize them by rear-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. These are the rear-wheel drive, so rear-wheel driven, and these are the four-wheel drive version. And it's basically like a combination of the truck, the 4x4 truck from the C series onto the D series chassis, with the mixing between the non-1 and the -1 version plus the rear drive and four-wheel drive version, and created all 4 variants or all 4 models. So we're going to look at the body first, regardless whether it's rear-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. So this is the D62 version. The D64 would have the same body, it's just that it would be a four-wheel drive. This is the D62-1, which will look the same as the D64-1 as well, just that will be a four-wheel drive. Now, comparing the differences on the body, you can see the -1 version has much wider fender, more aggressive at the front and at the back. So these two models, although they look similar, but it actually requires 2 different molds. There's one piece, there's not a separate piece that can be added over here. If I remember correctly, you can actually swap around these 2 back here because this outer piece can be removed. And the inside piece, which is in black color, is the same. So you can actually take the rear fender from the -1 and put it over to your non-1 and make it look like it has a much wider rear fender while retaining the normal one at the front. The front bumpers, they're different as well. This one is more aggressive. If you look at this one, the non-1, there's actually a cover here to cover the string coming out from the winch. But in this case, this is a D series, so winch is not required. So there's actually no space for you to put winch in front because there's a servo in front. And I think I broke it. Oops. The -1 has an air intake side scope, and at the back, the -1 has a more sporty roof light. Compared to this, it's just like a roll bar. The rear bull bar looks the same to me, but the headlight looks the same. The grille are different, and then you can see the side indicator are different as well. The indicators here, they have orange color decal, which comes in the accessory bag that you must apply because it makes it a lot more realistic. Same for the -1 model and the rear as well. If you have any WPL before, you know the rule. Both models has this side step as well. Side mirror with a reflector. There's also interior. You can see it. See interior inside. And wipers. Comes the wheels. The tires is 50mm if I remember correctly, and they're actually molded as one, so you can't really pull it apart. Although it's very hard, but it's actually very grippy, you see. The car doesn't even move. The body itself moves. Same as well. If I try to push it, the body rolls because the tires are so grippy. Good rubber is being used, not some cheapo plastic hard rubber. Now the exciting part, right? The chassis, which is the rear-wheel drive and the four-wheel drive. Right, on my left is four-wheel drive, on my right is the two-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive. Can you see the improvement or fixes that WPL have made other than just making it a four-wheel drive? This is the one, the front suspension. So there were complaints about this mount here for the lower arm being fragile, especially those who hit it on a rock or something and broke this area over here, and the entire chassis has to be changed. So there are changes made over here, and there's a metal plate added as well. So I hope you guys will be happy with this. It should be much stiffer now, not that you should go and do a durable test with this. So for the four-wheel drive model, there's actually a shaft here that transfer the drivetrain or the power to here. There are some gearings beneath this cover over here and transmit the power through this drive shaft to the left and right wheels. So this is how the four-wheel drive works. If you want, you can actually take out this cover. There are 4 screws to remove, and then just pop one of this ball end to flip it over and reveal the marvels inside. So the 4-wheel version has open diff front and also the back. You can see that they both rotate at a different direction. On the rear, the -1 one will be more obvious. On the rear-wheel drive is lock diff, just like all the other WPL. And Mr. Huang said the rear-wheel drive version is more fun because you can do like drifting around, because this is lock diff and the front is open. It's not connected, but I believe to drift, this has to become dirty, or if you put in a drift tire, as this one has high amount of grip. So chassis wise, they are quite similar to the previous D series released before. And the pumpkin at the back, the rear drive and four-wheel drive, I can see difference in the shape. This one is bulkier, more towards the left. This one looks like the standard, the round shaped one. And whether it's open diff or lock diff, they are all metal version. Front independent suspension, aka IFS, which you all love so much. I don't know why. So stiffness, I think it's quite alright, just nice, not too hard, not too soft. Same thing, the spring for the front suspension, they are using torsion spring. About the gearbox, I was told by Mr. Huang that on the 4-wheel drive version, the gear ratio is gear for higher speed. But the metal gear upgrade that we have released for this series before is compatible for this gearbox as well. Over to the rear, they are leaf spring, just like the previous D series. Battery compartment, they are at the back, just like the previous D series as well. And just gonna rotate this spare tire to unveil it. It's the 4-pin version. Due to the regulation, this is out of our control. On the 2-wheel drive version, you're gonna get the standard 2S 7.4 volt lithium ion with a capacity of 600 mAh, 10C if I remember correctly. Whereas the 4-wheel drive version will have a higher capacity one, which is 800 mAh, because 4-wheel drive has more drivetrain resistance and loss, so it's gonna need more power. About the battery bay lock, do note that when it is not locked, this piece here is a flat area. When it's locked, you turn to clockwise, so this blocks it from moving. Not counterclockwise, otherwise this piece will get stuck inside and then you will have hard time opening your battery bay. The on-off switch has been relocated to the back instead of at the front. If you notice, the frame rail are now black color instead of grey or silver color. The wheel adapter still the same 5mm version. In the case of rear drive, it's the plastic version, which is standard on all the RTR. Whereas on the case of the 4-wheel drive, it actually has a metal wheel adapter that you can find on the KM version. And this looks like a realistic disc brake is a plastic version. Gap between the rail and the body is pretty amazing. It's very sharp and fine. I'm sure you can tell this is much better than Tesla, right? Let me know in the comment section if you agree or not agree. Look, it has much better door shut line compared to the Tesla Cybertruck that was just released. That's all for the details, and both models, they are fully proportional steering and also throttle. And in this case, there's also dual rate for the steering and also the throttle. So it's going to press 1 to toggle in between high rate and low rate. And for those who are new to WPL, you know you're going to bind your RC every time, but it's just a very simple step. So you're going to turn on the car first. In this case, I'm going to bind to 2 cars at the same time. And then I turn on my radio. And you can see my throttle has no response. I'm just going to rotate my steering to either side to bind it immediately. That easy. If you're too remote, you can control 2 separately without interference. It's just that for demo purpose, I bind 2 at the same time to the radio. Now 4-wheel drive on the left, 2-wheel drive on the right, which is faster? Yeah, 4-wheel drive is slightly faster because it's geared for higher speed. Let's try again. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4-wheel drive is faster, but just slightly. Now, in terms of the off-road capability, I think we shouldn't expect too much out of it because this is a D chassis made to go off-road, and with a 4-wheel drive and rear drive configuration, the ride height is definitely lower than the typical C series from WPL. So in terms of off-road capability between the 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive, what's the difference? And 2-wheel drive. Oh, I think the 4-wheel drive is better because the power transfer is more equal, right? And then you see it does get stuck with these rocks because these are full-scale rocks and this is a 1/16 scale car. So I think you should treat it more like a trail truck rather than a rock crawler. Hello! Got stuck already. And yeah, I think because... oh... Ow. So this was an early prototype. I think they rushed it out. There's screw at the back but not at the front, so this keep popping out. And let's try a 4-wheel drive again. So yeah, I could get stuck because of that. And yeah, okay, my prop came off again. Okay, I've put the screw back onto the drive shaft and see if that helps or not with 4-wheel drive. Okay, now on high rate, just keep breaking traction. And being RTR, the throttle modulation is not as good as the KM version with the Raspberry 3. If we just want to go faster, yeah, we can get it up there. Let's test the 2-wheel drive again on high rate. Yeah, performance quite similar. Let's go faster. Up, almost. Let's try it again. Yeah, so 4-wheel drive does help. Okay, the 2-wheel drive is not getting up. Okay, let's try the 4-wheel drive. Oh, yep. So 4-wheel drive does help. It does feel, yeah, it does feel much easier as well, as long as you have the right speed. So you got hit the overhang there. Yeah, much easier with four-wheel drive. Let's test the overhang issue again with the four-wheel drive, because previously we had the rear drive shaft popping out. So of course this is not a suitable terrain to test this, because it's super duper bouncy. I think it's much better now because there is power at the back. Definitely better, unlike before. Before this was running like on a two-wheel drive and feels smoother. It's not getting stuck anymore, so four-wheel drive does help, which it should. And look at the cornering with the open diff. Hey, it's much better now, it's not getting stuck anymore like this now. So make sure your drive shaft is secured with the screw. It may have come off or it wasn't installed. This is the pre-production. Now back to the two-wheel drive, which is the rear-wheel drive. Oops, it's the same, very jumpy as well. Otherwise, I don't see a huge difference. It's still able to go through this very rough terrain, very bouncy, super crazy bouncy, just as before. But four-wheel drive, I think four-wheel drive does have better control. It jumps like crazy. So I'm not getting a very good turning because the rear is hopping. Now on the grass with the four-wheel drive, it sounds different than the two-wheel drive because it's more resistant in the drivetrain, but going through grass easily. Very fast as well. And now with the rear-wheel drive, make sure you have the low rate, make sure you have the high rate turn on. But it does feel like it's like suffering on a grass surface with a rear-wheel drive, whereas the four-wheel drive just breezes through. Woo. On the smooth road, much faster on the grass. So you need four-wheel drive on a rough surface. So if the four-wheel drive goes on, if it goes on flat road, it's even faster. Wow. With a two-wheel drive, it can get stuck as well. Now let's battle for the speed on the grass. Wow. Four-wheel drive pulls easily. So I hope this video helps you to differentiate the differences between all four models. And if you can't decide, just buy all four. Right? There's a saying in Chinese, adults don't make decisions. There's a saying in Chinese, only kids make choices. Adults don't make choices, they buy everything. Because adults got more money, right? Also, D62 and D62-1 will be open for order right now, whereas the D64 and D64-1 will be open for sale a week later on the same day and same time. Because these have completed production already, these are in production now. So go check out link in the description and leave in the comment section which one are you getting, because they're all four here, hard to make choice, right? So they cost between 78 to 85 if I'm not mistaken. And if you want to declare a low value to show it to your wife, the WPL has a special custom invoice service for just $2. So like and subscribe if you've not done so. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Click the left thumbnail for latest video or smash the subscribe button on the middle of the screen. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.